Out walking around with this guy this morning. Shout out to Proline. Thank you for the shirt. This is a weekly recap, right? I said I was going to do this, so I'm sticking to it. So Dubuque Asphalt Maintenance, WisCoat, and Blacktop Banter, and just me in general, I guess, and what's going on with everything we got going on. We'll start with Dubuque, I guess. We were down there this week. We did some patchwork there on a commercial property. Actually an apartment complex, I guess. They had some washout, and we replaced a curb and ordered mix from a new plant down there. Kind of our first go through. If any of you have ever done that, fill out a credit app, blah blah blah, get approved for 2 tons of mix. A lot of hoops to jump through for 2 tons of hot mix, but we tackled that, and then switch over to WisCoat. Cheeks and Cameron's crew has been just killing it. I send them out with a work order. They knock it out every day. Just seems to be. And then we did a lot of patchwork this week on the secondary crew. Patched a pharmacy, patched a business center. So it was a week of patching. The dump trailer and our saw and the MBW plate compactor, they all got a lot of use this week as we did a lot of patching here. Just stuff we put off, but stuff we need to get done now, patchwork wise, because we're going to be seal coating a lot of it here coming up. I did take the Titan in, if any of you follow on Instagram, which if you do want to follow Dubuque Asphalt Maintenance, just go to @DubuqueAsphalt on Instagram or Dubuque Asphalt on Facebook. You can follow that one there. WisCoat's @WisCoat LLC, I think, on Instagram, or just WisCoat in general. But if you've been following along, especially on the Banter, at Blacktop Banter on Instagram, look at that sun coming through the pines. We had some issues with our 3500 just losing pressure. I have put a lot of paint through that thing. It's been 5 years, have never changed hoses, anything like that, and I could tell that it was just built up in there. So when we started, we used latex paint with that machine, and then we switched to solvent. And then last year, when we couldn't find any solvent, and this year too, we found chlorinated rubber and used that for a little bit. So I've mixed all those paints through the Titan, and it still was pumping, but it wasn't pumping efficiently like I want it to. So we took that into a place called Badger Spray here in Wisconsin. It's in Madison, Wisconsin, and he gave me a call. His name is Todd. He's a character. Reminds me of somebody that you'd see on Looney Tunes or something like that. And he's like, "Marvin, I am not happy with this machine," which was kind of a funny thing, I think, for somebody who's a tech, going to be working on your stuff, to say. But he really didn't want to repair it because it was so gummed up. And, you know, he's like, "We really only work with latex because the solvent causes some issues for him, I guess." Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. You could let me know in the comments if he's BSing me or what. But, you know, if you're a spray tech company, you sell Titans, sell Graco's, I would imagine no matter what paint goes through them, you're going to work on them. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyways, yeah, so the machine's down. So we do this patchwork knowing that, hey, we got to wait for the Titan to get done before we can go back out. We do have the older Titan, which is a fine machine, but it hourglasses on me on a spray pattern once in a while. So on some of these projects, I really want them to look sharp. So I was waiting for the 3500, but I did get a call yesterday that, you know, hopefully we got a surprise from Titan coming that'll help us out with the situation. Hopefully next week. So that's where we're sitting there with the businesses. Banter side, had a few conversations this week. If you guys have been following on TikTok, we had some really, I guess, viral, millions and millions of views videos go on. You know, so that's going really well. We're in the midst of our new sponsors, so you'll see some content from me being created, some fun stuff, and hopefully some practical stuff through them as well. We really appreciate their support, and that has allowed for us to be able to do some cool things. The store, the online store, we got it ready. I got everything ready, and I didn't like how it was set up. I think I want to do it through the Instagram store and the Facebook store instead. So I'm kind of reworking that. Shirts, hats, stickers, all that jazz. We'll have all that for you guys. I promise it's coming. What else about Banter? A new episode drops tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy that one. The other thing is, it is allowed also for me to speak a little bit more at some events. I have a speaking engagement coming up this weekend. Not this weekend, like today and tomorrow, but this coming weekend. I speak at a local event about hands. So more of a philosophical speech, I guess you'll say. But then also I was asked to attend and moderate at an event coming up in December, but we'll keep that one a secret for a little bit. So you'll have more opportunities to come see me, say hi, listen to what I got to say, or heckle me, whatever you want to do. So that's where we're at this week for the weekly recap on what's going on here at the Banter. And with everything we do, you know, we've made some major moves. We got a roof on the office this week, a steel roof. It needed it. Purchased another truck. What else did we do? Got the Craftco fixed. The Craftco was in rough shape. I think I told you guys that. Over at Sherwin Industries, Ryan had it in and out in 2 days. They had a leaky oil bath tank. The motor was locked up, the blower fan motor. So, you know, it had some issues, but we're on the prowl, kind of doing those things, looking for new machines, hoping to get everything fixed. So that's where we're at, guys. That was the weekly recap for this week. And, yeah, we're on to another one. I mean, it's mid-July, late July now it's getting to be. So for us here in Wisconsin, that means 2 months, 2.5 months at best we have left in the season. So time to stop spending all that money, overextending ourselves, and putting some into the bank and saving up here for the winter for the businesses. We had a dinner this last week for WisCoat. I cannot say enough about sticking to your culture that you've decided to keep and not wavering from that line. You know, we've hired people thinking that maybe we would lose a couple this year, and we haven't. So we have a full roster, full team, all the support, all the help we need. You know, there's been a couple bumps in the team, but it seems like when you stick to that culture and your core values, everybody wavers and comes right back to it. So if I could leave you with a piece of advice for that, that's what it would be. When you decide your culture and you decide your core values, you as the leader of your company have to stick to that. You can't falter. You know, everybody's going to look to you to see what's allowed and what's not allowed. You can't. You do that, and it's a chink in the armor. And all this foundation you built, you're knocking your own brick out, and you lose that stability. So, did a great job with the team this year. I left, like I said, Cheeks and Cameron's team's been just killing it. Literally, I don't even have to wonder very much anymore about them. Joe, you know, one of our new recruits, and he's going to be a staple in our company. He was with the paving crew on some bigger patchwork yesterday, one of our subcontracted pavers. Shout out Pickett's Paving. And, you know, learned a lot, checked stuff out. I went and picked up the Craftco. So it's going, it's flowing here as we're expanding and moving and doing our thing. So, you know, if you followed along on my journey up to this point, you know, you get to a point where you're comfortable, and then in order to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. And that's where we made it to. So it's nice being worried about being uncomfortable and sticking to your core values and your culture, and then that uncomfortable becoming a little comfortable for a while. So once we hit this spot, this goal, this level we want, and the things we want, time to jump up to the next one. So that's it for the week. I'll talk to you guys at the end of next week, and we'll see. It's been beautiful here. No rain. Hopefully y'all don't have any rain either, and you're crushing and killing it too. Talk to you guys later.